And I note last year in 2021, there was an increase of 8,706 deaths from 2020.
Sorry, I missed that.
Sorry. So in 2021, there was an increase of 8,706 deaths over 2020. Do you track, despite the fact that there is very little COVID in the community in 2021, do you track... Is that
total death? Are you talking about total deaths?
Oh, I'm talking about the increase. So there was about 171,000 deaths in 2021 and 162,000 in 2020.
That's the total number of deaths in those 2 years?
In those 2 years, that's right.
Yes.
That's as per your numbers, the Australian Bureau of
Statistics.
I
I could look them up, but
sure.
For the sake of the conversation,
yes. Okay, so... is it possible that you can track those deaths by vaccination status, number one, and then track between the time of death and the time of vaccination?
So let me just make a general point. As you would be aware, the average age of the Australian population is rising.
Yep.
And so it is the case that the total, as is the population of Australia, so the total number of deaths, all other things given, gradually rises through time because you've got an older cohort.
Yep.
So the fact that there has been a slight increase in the number of deaths from one year to the next is exactly what you would expect.
That's not a slight increase. That's about a 5% increase. That's a big jump. And it was all in the last 8 months. It started to jump by about 6%.
I'm just making the point that the fact that there was an increase is what you would expect. Now, the magnitude of the increase is of interest. That's true. So now, in terms of tracking the vaccination status, that would require analysis of microdata, which is available. There is the Australian Immunisation Register has been linked to an integrated data asset which goes by the name of MADIP, which is a people-centred integrated data asset. And so it would be possible for a researcher to examine that. That would be possible.
Yeah, that's excellent. Thanks, because that actually jump occurred in May, 1 month after the vaccine.
And the TGA additionally does, deaths...
I'm just about to ask them.
Well, deaths from vaccination or linked to vaccination have to be reported as an adverse event, and they report that data set publicly as well. Yeah,
thanks, because I thought you guys might have a better understanding, given that you're the sort of tech heads who sit there and crunch the numbers. So that's good to know. And just one other question. So in that breakout last year, there was a big jump in various causes. And I did put in a request to the ABS if I could get a breakout of non-specific causes that weren't listed line by line. Would it be possible to get a breakout of non-specific causes line by line in greater detail?
So we can take that on notice?
Yeah, if you could, I'd appreciate it.
Authorised G. Rennick, LNP Chermside.